Hey, great Friday morning. Hey, guys, we made it. It is Friday. DJ, good morning. God bless you, man. Thank you for being right on time. you actually got there exactly when I clicked hello. Hey, Gloria. How you doing, me, Gloria? Good to see you, Gloria. Yeah, I heard a little echo, but it went away. And today we do have Dr. James with us. Dr. James, how you doing?
Better than I deserve. How are you doing?
Doing good, man. It's been a crazy, crazy couple of days. Just the weather's been horrible. It's just been so hot.
It has been hot.
Cookies! Juan, come pick up your cookies. I haven't seen you yet. I got my cookies. Come pick up some cookies, Juan. You know where I'm at. Good morning, stay. So going. People were coming in. Jennifer, good morning, mi amor. And Lana, did you get your cookies? They should be in today. I actually I mailed them out to Yana because she lives out of town. Morning, Joe. Hey, Joe, thank you, man. This is what I'm doing tomorrow, Doc. Reading Joe's book. Joe is one of our local authors here in Brownsville.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna enjoy this all day tomorrow. It's gonna be my 4th of July present to myself.
Nice.
Good morning, Brownsville neighbors. Yeah, more Cindy. Good morning, brother. Armando, love you, man. Elisa. Good morning, Pedro. Hey, Royal is in the house. And Cindy. Cindy saying good morning to you.
Good morning.
Morning, Eliazar. Saludos, compa. Good morning, Luis. Buenos dias, Marcos. Hey, Marcos, thank you so much, man. Let me tell you, these things are a hit. Number chat up stickers. Guys, I mean, I think I put it up in less than 3 minutes. I mean, I already had them all gone, Marcos. So thank you, Marcos. These are amazing. I mean, they really are. They're a lot of fun. Thank you so much, guys. Hey, cookies today. Hey, come on over, Royal. Let me know when you're going to be here. I have like 2 meetings, pero I think Frankie's stopping by. Good morning, Joe Delgado. How's it going? Marcos, cookie time. Hey, I'll take you some cookies, Marco, when I go pick up some more stickers. I should have taken you some yesterday. Sorry, se me fue la onda. I'll take you some cookies when I go pick up more stickers. Guys, this guy's amazing. He made me these amazing stickers, and I saw some work that he did out there on his own truck. Great job. Can't wait. Got my coffee ready. All right, good morning. Have a great Friday. Likewise, mi amor. Good morning, Victor. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Quick shout out to Mike. A little spooky. Good morning, Manuel Hermoso. ¿Cómo estás? Erasmo, say hi to my wife. No. Y'all are not going to get me anymore. Guys, I don't know if you saw it, Doc, but a lot of friends out there, they started to take these little clips where they got me to say things that I probably shouldn't have been saying in the first place. Funny. I actually shared it on my page. It's really, really fun. And I don't take it bad, Hugo, but good try, guys. Y'all just have to be a little bit more creative, guys. Erasmo, saludos. When do we start campaigning? Count the whole planet, Monica. I love you. I mean, I don't even have to ask Monica because I know that they're going to bring out the army. Monica, let's start next week. I love you, mi amor. Cookies. A blessed Friday. Hey, Summer Hermosa. Good to see you. Love you, mi amor. Good morning, Frank Martina Gomez Guerra. Can I get number chat up? Yeah, number chat up. Yeah, I get you. I'll mail you one as soon as Marco makes it some more. Good job. Shout out to my sister Marisa. Happy birthday, Marisa Leal. She was with us last night. Yeah, she goes. No one said it was going to be my birthday. I said, well, I forgot. Say hi to my wife, Janath. How's it going, Janath? Good morning, Vincent. ¿Cómo estás? Do you know what happened to our city trash collection? Well, let me tell you, that's one of the issues. One of I think throughout the city, there's been a delay in regards to picking up the trash, picking up the service. I'm going to guess that at this point in time, they are undermanned, understaffed. Understaffed? Both?
Staff.
Understaffed? They're understaffed because of a lot of individuals from different entities throughout the city of Brownsville. They're testing out positive. I mean, if we can't stop it at the county level, I mean, one of the first individuals that tested positive in the Cameron County was Cameron County Health Department. And then out of there, we started to get more. And then recently, Judge Eddie Trevino threw out the list out there, and you're talking about. It seemed like it was hundreds of people on there from Cameron County that have tested positive. And we've already talked about the city employees that have tested positive. It's just that. What does that do to morale, James, Dr. James, in regards to hearing that a lot of your coworkers are coming out positive?
Oh, it's got to be scary. It's just I know through my office I'm seeing a lot of clients who have anxiety and resorting to substance use, and it's just bad times, and the community spread is really, really, really rough.
Hey, Noel, it is very, very rough. And again, to a certain sense, I would start to say that it starts to demoralize a lot of the individuals out there. They start to feel like, oh my goodness, it's coming, it's getting closer, it's getting closer. For a lot of the individuals out there, I don't know if you run into any of them, Dr. James, but a lot of the individuals out there, who are out this is just the flu, nothing's going to happen, blah blah blah, like the Minerva or the Penguin Peña. It's a hoax. It's going to disappear in 3 weeks. I think a lot of those individuals have actually changed their tune since, they've had family members that have succumbed to it or have fallen prey to it. I don't know if you've seen any or run into any individuals who are like, oh, it's a hoax type of thing.
But I have talked to quite a few who, like you said, change their tune. One thing that I'm hearing is, well, we're going to get it eventually anyway. So, people are throwing caution to the wind because of that. But even though that is possibly true, we don't want everybody having to go to the hospital all at the same time. That is the problem.
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the nail. Part of the issue is, I understand that because someone said, well, that's more, where is it not? Saludos, Tony. Where is it not going? No, it's everywhere. And we have to act and we have to, go around our daily business thinking that it literally is everywhere. But you have to continue to social distance as much as humanly possible. You have to wear your face coverings when you're going to go into a public place. You have to, if possible, stay at home as much as you can. Because one of the things that we did mention since we started doing these daily shows was, guys, the more that we separate, the more that time that we spend like this, will make it quicker for us to come back together. And what you say, Dr. James, is right. As we cannot overflood our hospitals, our ICUs, our medical facilities. And right now, we've heard from different doctors out there. They're at full capacity. Dr. Jamil from Harlingen made mention that, they were 107%. 107%. You go, how is that even possible? And the reason that it's possible is because of a lot of the different videos that we saw when the virus first started to hit up in, Italy, Spain, and you had people lining up the hallways. And
yes, and we're starting to see that now here in Brownsville and Harlingen and other areas. McAllen's been hit really hard too.
Well, McAllen started to get a lot of individuals come in from, assistance from the state in regards to the National Guard here in Brownsville. They're already here. I did make mention that I saw a couple of charter buses out at the hotels over here on the frontage road, across from where Sunrise Mall is at. I don't know which hotel it was, but I did see a lot of a couple of charter buses out there. And again, are we going to start to see what's happening in Hidalgo and even in Harlingen? Busloads of nurses and personnel coming in, because take into consideration. Look, Richard was talking about the trash. What about our medical staff? What about our frontline individuals? Some of them are succumbing, some of them are becoming positive, some of them are falling ill. Who's going to replace them? Once everyone starts getting ill, we're going to have to get help from outside.
Absolutely. I know I had an appointment yesterday, and I was told that there were employees there that either were out sick or were waiting to be tested. And I supervise several LPC interns as well, and I know their families have been affected. Some have been quarantined, 3 and 4 times with their various jobs. because they're coming in contact with children and other clients who are coming in and they're asymptomatic. And that's a big issue too.
Say hi to Elvin for me. Y'all got me so good, guys. Denial sets in. It's human nature. Reality hits when death looms over. And let me tell you guys, we're at that spot. We're at that position where, a lot of individuals, again, are falling prey. But you know what is most, I think, devastating out there for a lot of the individuals? They're grasping on. It's not only the 70, 80, 90-year-olds that are, passing away. We recently here in the city of Brownsville had a 21-year-old pass away. Here at Valley Regional, we had, and she was actually from Laguna Vista, I think. I think it's Laguna Vista, and we had 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds that are on ventilators, and so that idea that it's a viejito disease, illness, it's not true.
Absolutely not true. And I've seen articles on CNN and on Fox News with bodybuilders who go into the hospital and a month later they've lost 60 pounds of muscle mass. It's very frightening. I mean, everybody needs to take care and be cautious. A lot of people are of the idea of, well, to get to herd immunity, a lot of us are going to get sick anyway. So, why even bother? And I'm like, no, that's why we're having so many that are having to be tested and ended up out at the hospitals. And it's just like we've heard from the science before, the numbers of cases start to skyrocket. Well, that is followed then by hospitalizations. And then that is followed by admissions into the ICU. And then a few weeks later, then that is followed by deaths. So, I mean, we're seeing the rise in cases, and we're going to start seeing the rise in those hospitalizations, ICUs, and deaths.
It's a very sad situation. And, yeah, we do have a shortage of PPE, guys. I mean, look at one of the major concerns that I've received from my people that work at the nursing homes. And to my people that work at the nursing homes, please do know that I am doing my best. I'm doing my best as to try and supply a lot of the needs. I'm doing my best to keep city officials informed of what the heck is going on. And let me tell you, I'm very, very proud of our city mayor in that respects. He's taken the lead. We've shared some of the concerns with our city, with Mayor Trey Mendez, and we've let him know, hey, Dr. Mendez, Mayor Mendez, jurisprudence. Hey, Mayor Mendez, the situation is going on at Valley Grande Manor, which we learned about yesterday. And immediately he came on the page and I think it was Cindy that was sharing the concern, right, Cindy? And Mayor Mendez came out quickly and responded, looking into it. I mean, that's leadership, that's taking the bull by the horns, and that's actually, going out there and, being very, very proactive. And something that we need to see. We need to feel that our leadership is out there also on the front lines. And I think it's important for our medical personnel out there, to know that, the individuals that we have voted into office, they're out there, they fight for us. And I always make mention to The Matrix, the movie. I used it in one of my sermons 3 Sundays ago, how at the end of the trilogy, Morpheus tells the people, were asking about Neo, and he goes, he fights for us. And that's what we want. We want leadership that fights for us. We need to see it. Leadership that cowers and hides and blames others is a disservice to our community.
I would completely agree. And I think it's great that in our area, even a few days before our governor mandated masks, we were already doing that here. I'm glad to see that the governor finally stepped up, and now people can be fined $250 for not wearing a mask in public.
Did I hear 21? I'm not sure. Guys, and you mentioned Governor Greg Abbott. You see, that's one of, que no abran la playa el 4 de julio, entonces, ¿para qué tanto rollo de cerrar si ese día ya veremos el despapalle que se hace en la isla en montonadero de gente. I agree. You know, that's one of the issues that, you know, that's very, very concerning to a lot of the leadership is that people are going to go out there in mass to the beaches like they did in Memorial Day. You know, and, you know, I think it's very, very difficult to get people to change. You know, look, I mean, I was looking forward to 4th of July parade here in Brownsville, you know, because I sort of feel that our 4th of July parade, we don't give it as much emphasis as we really should. Oh, there we go. Good morning. I urge everyone to please stay safe. Hey, Mayor Mendez, thank you so much for everything you do, sir. Stay safe this weekend and stay away.
Yes, thank you.
Let's celebrate when this is over. And let me tell you, that's, again, it's something that is so strange for us here in the city of Brownsville, Dr. James. So strange to see this type of leadership. And again, you know, Mayor Mendez has taken the bull by its horns and has been out there. You know, I've known Mayor Mendez for several years, and you know, he's very, very passionate about the community. And you know, they're not always going to get everything right. You know, he and I disagree on a lot of things, more than we probably want to even want to admit. But you know, give credit where credit is due, and Mayor Mendez has done a great job. We just and please stop sending those Erasmo Loves Trey memes, guys. No, I'm just joking. Keep on sending them. I love them. But you know, it really, and again, you just can't compare. Can't compare. And again, in regards to the psychological aspect, again, Dr. James, people need to feel, you know, that there's someone out there fighting for them. You know, they need to feel that people are out there, that they care, that they're concerned.
Absolutely. You know, they need that support. They need that leadership to be modeled for them. And unfortunately, with some, that has not happened. But I'm glad that our local leaders are really showing, you know, what we should do and giving advice to the people as far as social distancing and whatnot. And I think it's going to be kind of frightening for this weekend with the county beaches being closed. Everybody's going to be heading out to the city, to South Padre Island, to those beaches, and it's going to be very crowded. And we're going to see in a couple of weeks the results of that, unfortunately.
Who won the runoff elections? Noe, they're still going on. So, guys, please take a little bit of time out of your daily schedule and please go vote. You know, it's going to be safe. I went to vote. I spoke with my people there at the polls. I've spoken with the elections department. They're doing everything in their power to make sure that, you know, they're sanitizing after every individual walks in and out of that the polling place. And, you know, they're being cautious. They're asking no one to come in without a mask. So, guys, please go out and vote. So you still have this week and next week to go out and vote for in the runoff. So please do that. Maida, just heard Indian doctors talking. India has very low numbers. Viruses cannot be killed the way they combat as diet, no sugar, alkaline body, high immune system. The virus is not going anywhere. People need to change their lifestyles. Well, I partially agree. One of the things, Maida, I think a lot of the countries out there, they're not giving us accurate numbers. Look, we can't get accurate numbers in our country. And, you know, we are the most developed country in the world. And we can't get accurate numbers. And I say that because, I mean, just look at our numbers here locally. If anyone thinks that the numbers that we are being given reflect the danger that we are in as a community, you are blind and naive. No, they are not. Now, I'm not saying you're blind and naive, I'm saying anyone that believes that the numbers are on point. The numbers are not on point. We have a lot more individuals that are positive, a lot more individuals that are in danger. And I'm very, very proud about our medical personnel that has come out and basically said, guys, I mean, doctors are making videos. You know, we have a doctor up in McAllen that has a TikTok little account. And, you know, we've Dr. Mario Cerdan, who makes amazing PSA videos all the time. You know, we have our medical professionals, doctors, and you would think, why would doctors be on social media? You know, why would doctors be on Facebook? Why would doctors be on a YouTube channel? They're out there because they're concerned and they're trying to reach out and grasp a large audience that they could if they only focus on the news media. because I don't know. You mentioned CNN fake news and Fox News fake news too. Dr. James, but I tend to be one that does not trust our local media worth the spit.
Well, I can see why people have their doubts. That's for sure. One thing I like to do is I like to look at the science. And on the Lancet, which is a very popular professional journal, there was a study published, and there is a positive correlation between limiting non-essential travel and the spread of the virus. And the reverse is true too. With increased mobility, the virus has increased. So, I mean, that's the science is right there. Mathematically, you look at it, and the statistics are there. So, we do need to follow the CDC guidelines, but even more important than that, if you don't have to, don't get out. Stay at home unless it is essential. And everything is not essential either.
No. As for the experts, COVID-19 and flu viruses will converge next fall. Yeah, we're in for a very, very, very bumpy ride. DJ's right. We are in for El Pa. No, drumming. Sorry, almost got me. Greggy's been dropping the ball. Raise these concerns when he calls you tomorrow. I will be speaking with Governor Greg Abbott tomorrow, and let me tell you, I am very, very concerned. And I've told him, y'all know that I've told him before, and I'm going to tell him again tomorrow. I'm very concerned. Actually, Abbott did send me a text message early this morning, and he said, Erasmo, please tell the people in Brownsville that this is the last best chance that we have as Texans to contain, I'm reading his text, to contain COVID-19 before shutting down again. That is very, very telling. And I haven't had a chance to text him back, because I came on live, but that is very, very telling. The governor of the state of Texas letting us all know here in Brownsville that this is our last best chance. And I'm sort of glad that he did that, Dr. James, because we are about to start the the 4th of July weekend. And as much as you may want to have las carnesazos and the little get-togethers and the little firework stuff, guys, it's not the right time. If we screw it up, if we screw it up the 4th of July and July 13th and August the 11th, we're not going to be in a good place. And what's going to happen on August the 13th, July 13th, Dr. James, is that our students are coming back on campus. Our students, our athletes are coming back on campus. What is your take on that?
We can't guarantee the safety. And I don't think it's a smart idea. Not at all. Until there's a vaccine, until we can slow things down, it is not a good idea. We're already being told to stay at home as much as possible to avoid large crowds. So why are we going to open the schools back up? That's contrary to what all the experts are telling us that we should do. Unfortunately, it comes down to money and funding. Schools want to get their funding from the state and federal funding. We should be thinking about safety of everybody first.
Yeah, and it's very impressive, but a lot of the leadership that we have in regards to like a teacher association, well, some of them, not all of them, some of them are already coming out and saying no. And you know what, Dr. James, let me tell you. Yes, Jessica, I have them. Stop by the office. I still have some, and Marcos is helping me out and making me some more. Right, Marcos? But Dr. James, let me tell you, one of the things that, look, I've been doing this for years, Dr. James. I've been coming out and being very vocal in regards to a lot of my concerns in regards to what's happening in the community. I mean, some people might take it wrong, like, oh, Erasmo's always negative, complaining, blah, 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 whatever. But, time is the best revealer. Time is the best revealer. And time has proven that, what we've been saying and what we've been warning the community about has, come into fruition. And, a lot of eyes are now being opened in regards to it. I'll tell you, one of the things that's been very, for me, very empowering, very, comforting is to see how many individuals are now willing to speak up, because we have teachers now coming on here and commenting. I mean, yeah, they're done. They're tired. They're tired of being treated like trash. They're tired of, not being thought of. We have individuals that are willing to, to post on their social media page, enough is enough. Enough is enough. And we're seeing an uprising in our community from different quadrants of it, of individuals that, hasta aquí, no más, no more. Yesterday we had AOBE leadership, the teacher association that is actually out there fighting for our teachers and our staff. They were out here. I mean, you would never see that at any other time. But you know what? People are at that point, doctor, that, we're done.
Absolutely. And that's part of what our country is all about, being able to speak up and voice your opinion. And I think that's great that a lot of people are now at the point where they have no fear and they will just say, what is on their mind. And that's happening not just locally, but, nationally as well. And even with professional athletes who are stepping up and saying, no, I'm not going to participate. I'm not going to play in the NBA, or I'm not going to play in the NFL. I think that, that says a whole lot about the concern that we have. And I know I, for one, am a sports fan, and I missed March Madness and I missed the NBA Finals, but I don't know. I don't want to see any of our superstar athletes getting sick and worse. And the same goes for anybody in the community. I'm tired of seeing all the sickness and the death. We need to be taking care of ourselves and taking care of each other.
I agree 100%. Señor Erasmo, es usted un mentiroso. Todo lo que tú hablas, todo es mentira. Chillón, necio. Habla con alguna autoridad en cuanto a hechos, pruebas, no por hociquear, imbécil. Good morning, Chino Sam. I agree, doctor. It's crazy. There you go, back again. There you go. Erasmo, once again, Matamoros sets the example. Till the COVID-19 situation gets better, every Saturday and Sunday, all Oxxo, 7 Walmarts, H-E-B, Sorianas, and Chedrauis will close for deep clean. And actually, that's very, very true. They're going to start to close down everything in Matamoros. But the reason I think, and again, I advocate for all places to clean out. Before, I don't know, you're kind of young, Dr. James, but I don't know.
I don't know about that, but thank you.
Back in the day, do you remember Blue Sundays?
Yes.
The Blue Sunday law, stuff like that. These stores, they wouldn't open on Sunday. They would close down on Sunday, and they just would not be open. I think grocery stores were open, but a lot of the retail stores could not open on Sunday. Maybe we need to go back to those days, where we need to shut down on Saturday and Sunday, and start doing what Matamoros is doing, very deep cleaning. Matamoros is in a very, very horrible situation right now, guys. Think of this, that the governor of the state of Tamaulipas, Cabeza de Vaca, I think is the guy's name, Francisco Cabeza de Vaca, the governor of the state of Tamaulipas has tested positive for coronavirus. So, yeah.
The virus doesn't discriminate.
Does it discriminate? Good morning, Erasmo. May we all have a blessed day. Love you, mi amor. Love your hair. Thank you, Erasmo, for continuing to advocate for the BISD community. Due to the horrific pandemic and rise in positive cases in our community, campuses should not open in August, 100%. Our health, safety, and well-being should be priority. Thank you again for your support. Patricia, let me tell you, there is nothing right. My number one priority right now is to guarantee the safety of each and one of our students and each and one of our teachers and each and one of our personnel staff that is out there. And I'm sorry, I don't care if these idiots like Baltasar come out here and say, oh, you're lying, it's a hoax, and all these Minerva people. I don't care. So I'm going to use my platform, which is the largest social media presence here in Brownsville. I'm going to use it to shout at the top of my lungs, no one should set foot on a campus. No one, until we figure this out. No one. Look, Dr. James, it's a failed experiment. I was screaming 2 months ago, Patricia and Dr. James, screaming 2 months ago, do not send teachers back on campus. They did. And guess what? Positives. People getting sick. We had a food and nutrition service personnel pass away yesterday morning. How many more people have to die before these people learn? They just don't care. They wanted to bring the students back on campus, the athletes, because they thought, well, athletes, they're going to be strong. They had the athletes go out there, Dr. James. They had the band students go out there. And again, I was screaming at the top of my lungs, do not do it. And what happens? They have to shut down the program after a week and a half because in that short amount of time, we got students testing positive. And now they want to bring the students back July 13th? Goodness gracious, it's July the 3rd. July the 3rd. And they, in 10 days, I mean, did they get the Minerva virus? Did they all of a suddenly think that in 2 weeks it's going to disappear? Dr. James, am I totally crazy here?
No, not at all. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people are focusing on the death rate and the low percentage. And yes, they're looking at the numbers. Yes, it's not as high as some people make it out to be, but that's not always the issue. What does recovered mean? Does that mean I didn't die? Does that mean I'm out of the hospital? But what does that mean? Does that mean I need a double lung transplant, that I'm going to be on oxygen for the rest of my life, that I'm going to be back in the hospital in 2 weeks having suffered a major stroke and complications, that I'm going to need to be on dialysis for the rest of my life? That is the truth about what recovery means for some people, and it takes a long time to recover. And I there's just too many stories of people who can't even walk. They're going through this, and to be intubated, to have a tube put down your throat so that you can breathe, and you're laying on your stomach with this machine helping you breathe for a month. You come out of that and you don't even remember how to eat, how to swallow, much less how to talk, how to walk. You're having to learn all of that again if you recover, on top of possibly needing organ transplants. That is key, and focusing on that, on the death rate. We should be focusing on the hospitalization rate.
Yes.
And people that who are getting sick and having to go in, and even the ones who are not going to the hospital, who are trying to recover on their own. It's scary. It really, really is. And we should hear more about that too, more about what is recovery, because people are talking about the recovery rate. Well, what does that mean? What does recovery really mean?
We don't know. Let me tell y'all something. And I say Brownsville, and I say Brownsville because, I am from Brownsville. But one of the things that my people from around the area, like my Los Fresnos people, my Port Isabel people, my San Benito people, I fight for everyone. And let me make mention of this. I fight for everyone because my nephew goes to Los Fresnos. My nephew plays basketball in Los Fresnos. And let me tell you guys, school district in Los Fresnos, if you think that I'm not concerned with y'all's recent letter by the superintendent saying that my kids are going back to school in Los Fresnos August the 31st, then you're crazy. You're crazy. And I don't care who's out there. I don't care how many friends I have out there. If you all send our students, our teachers back in August, is that you are killing our people. You're killing our people. And goodness gracious, Los Fresnos, you better learn from what happened and transpired here in Brownsville. And no, I'm not talking about La Feria. I'm talking about Los Fresnos, because let me tell you, I have a vested interest in Los Fresnos as well. Even if my nephew wasn't there, I'd still have a vested interest in Los Fresnos, because what affects Los Fresnos affects the city of Brownsville anyway. And we have to be of that mentality. We got to get away with it. They're over there and we're over here. But let me tell you, I have an extra vested interest because Jerry goes to Los Fresnos. My nephew David goes to Los Fresnos. And let me tell you, if y'all think for a second that I'm not going to call you out for your stupidity and having teachers come back on campus 3 weeks before August 31st, then you got another thing coming. And let me tell you, to all my Los Fresnos people, you better be raising hell. You better be out there, and you better be calling the superintendent, calling your board members, and you tell them, hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go. It's frustrating. That's what they're going all out and crowd the beach, come back and infect us all. Yes, I agree. We're going to get the virus, but not the same time. People damn the beach ain't going anywhere. And I'm completely right. And that's what Dr. James was mentioning. You know, we run the risk of overrunning our hospital. And look at guys, and they can make more hospitals. You know, they can make makeshift hospitals. You know, Mayor Mendez was talking about that. They can build more hospitals, more tent hospitals. The problem is, who's going to man them?
Yes.
Who's going to man them? We don't have that many personnel. You know, we don't. And the personnel that we have right now, they're already working double, triple shifts. I've posted nurses that have really come out and said, guys, help us out. Help us out. And we have to start listening, folks. We have to start listening. So I'm sorry. No one in Brownsville should go back on campus. No one. Maintenance staff, custodial staff, our food people. No one should go back on campus. And Los Fresnos, to learn from the stupid mistakes that this stupid superintendent has done here. And let me tell you, if you make the same mistakes, Los Fresnos, if y'all make the same mistakes that Brownsville has made, let me tell you, you're going to receive hell and a half from me, because I have vested interest in Los Fresnos, and not just because of my nephews. Not only are the cases going up, but the people are looking for food distributions, which honestly helps keep our community fed and are out of the stores. Mayor Trey, it would be nice if the city posted where they are having drives and when. Southmost Library always cancels and people are lining up to wait. It's very, very sad. Yes, God bless those people. Yes, and let me tell you, that's one of the things that I have actually, look, guys, and the city, and look, I don't know if you knew Dr. James, but they don't like me too well. And that's fine. I don't care if the city doesn't like me. I don't care if the county officials don't like me. I just don't care. I am not liked by the politicos here in Brownsville and in Cameron County. I am not liked by them. But you know what? I don't care. I really, really don't care. But they should understand that the individual that has the largest social media presence in this city is Erasmo Castro. So goodness gracious, guys. And I've offered, guys, you have my platform. You have my pages. You have my reach. Use them to inform community. But no, they continue to they put them on their page. Nobody sees their page. Goodness gracious, guys. But yes, this is right. Guys, we need a little bit more communication. And the city of Brownsville needs to use every single individual out there that has a platform, especially me, in order to, get the word out. Cameron County, you need to do the same. I mean, my prayers, and I posted it, my prayers go out to the county clerk's office staff. I mean, they're suffering. But not only the Cameron County clerk's office staff, I mean, everyone out there, every single department out there is suffering out there, guys. And again, they're suffering because we have brought individuals back onto buildings. Stop bringing individuals onto buildings. The city of Brownsville did somewhat of the right thing by closing down City Plaza. No one in or out. That is what we need to do. Cameron County, stop bringing in my people into the buildings. That is where they're contracting them. Learn from the mistakes. Learn from the individuals that have already tested positive in these places. Goodness gracious. Nah, drumming, you're not going to get me. I promise. Dr. Cerdan, please stay home this week. It is critical. Less beds at hospitals, less ventilators. This is our last chance. Yes, Dr. Cerdan. And again, the message that Greggy sent me this morning. Greggy, Governor Abbott, and I'm sorry, he and I, we call each other nicknames. Erasmo, this is the last best chance. This is the governor of the state of Texas. Erasmo, this is the last best chance to contain COVID-19 before shutting down again. So let me tell you, they are considering shutting down again. And I thought, Dr. James, I thought that was inconceivable. I didn't think that they were going to, even contemplate shutting down again. But you know what? As of this morning, it could happen.
It could happen, and very well may have to. I mean, when you have them sending charter buses full of medical staff down here to help support our hospitals, and they're sending teams of ambulances because we don't have enough ambulances running. And when you see posted a screen from a hospital with a list of all the different hospitals in the valley and how many are on diversion status, and it's all but one, and that one's in Starr County. Diversion meaning there's no room for emergency services. The ambulances are being redirected to other hospitals. Well, now they're running out of other hospitals to redirect them to, and that's concerning. I mean, even to think that, well, I have to be careful driving because I can't be in an accident because there's no room in the hospital if something happens. And not only that, we're approaching flu season. So how are we going to handle COVID and the flu at the same time with all of those people having to go? And then on top of that, in China, they discovered a new strain of the swine flu. I mean, they're already discovering what potentially could be yet another pandemic. And that is frightening as well. I mean, having all three of those at the same time, COVID and a new swine flu, and then our seasonal flu. I mean, it's a recipe for disaster if we continue to get together in these large gatherings.
It is. And again, Elvira, mándame mensaje a la cuenta de Facebook. Aquí en la oficina, 1240 East Madison, 1240 East Madison, or 1216 East Madison, Suite D. Stop by for cookies and for stickers. Hello, Linda Hermosa, ¿cómo estás? Appreciate all you do for our community. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. Good morning, Belinda. Buenos días. ¿Cuántas están sin su familia en los hospitales sufriendo por muchos días? Qué triste. No, y lo peor, déjame decirte. Yesterday's numbers, there were 67 in Brownsville. 67 in Brownsville. 67 in Brownsville. And there were 111 in Cameron County. So 67 in Brownsville. Déjame decirte en cuanto al problema, Marco. El problema es de que cuando alguien cae al hospital, no lo pueden ver. No lo pueden ver. Y cuando caen al asilo de viejitos, al nursing home, no los pueden ver. They can't see them. Our nursing homes have been shut down. So can you imagine your loved one is slowly taking their last breath and you can't be there with them? You can't hold their hand. You can't say your last goodbyes. Personally, you can do it over the phone and stuff. It's not the same, guys. Doctor, psychological impacts of it, the emotional impacts of it, not being able to be there at the deathbed or while someone is slowly fading away, it causes an impact.
Absolutely. Trauma. It's traumatic. The anxiety, the depression, resorting to substance use, and other addictions, internet addictions, compulsive gambling, compulsive shopping, from staying at home so much, even pornography addiction. People are finding maladaptive ways to cope. It's very difficult, when you have a loved one who's in a nursing home, and the only way you can visit them is on either side of the window, standing outside the window. Oh, it's just sad. It's heartbreaking.
What's my favorite NBA team? I actually, follow the Texas teams. I'm more of a Spurs fan than anything else.
I've always been a Lakers fan since a little kid.
I love the Chicago Bulls of the 80s and 90s. How could you not? But I gotta keep my Spurs. I tend to go very, very local. But I'll tell you one thing, Drumming. High school football, high school basketball. Let me tell you, my nephew, and you can look at some videos. Jerry Martinez, he's a phenom. He's amazing, man. I mean, I don't say it because he's my nephew, but he's just very, very powerful to watch. Very, very powerful to watch. The kid, has some amazing threes out there. He just does the 3-pointers like I do. Pointy boots. He's just like swoosh, swoosh, and it's just so magical. Drumming, really, honestly, go look him up, Jerry Martinez. There's videos out there of greatest hits, and let me tell you, the coach Marco Hinojosa from Los Fresnos, guys, that guy is gold. That guy is a powerful, powerful coach. Let me tell you, one of the things that I want to do when I come back on the board this November, on the school board, is I'm going to encourage our athletic director, to bring Marco to BISG. That guy is powerful. That guy, let me tell you, the guy's won 6 championships, 6 titles in a row. And let me tell you, the teams thrive. So yeah, check out Marco Hinojosa out there in Los Fresnos. Amazing coach. And we got good coaches here in Brownsville. I'm not saying that. Some of them, not all of them. Sorry, guys, love you. But my Marco Hinojosa, man, that's a guy to watch. It's an art, Coaching is an art, and what he does, Marco Hinojosa, is watching art in motion. Baltasar se la come. Yeah, está imbécil. Picking up stickers is not essential. Nah, it's not essential. We're not under essential rule right now. So what I'm saying is, if you're going to be out and about right now, stop by and pick up some cookies and some things. Hey, it's food product. It's a food cookie, so you can pick up food products, Ray. But I understand what you're saying. No, you don't have to come. If you don't want to come, don't come, Ray. I have no problem with that. My feelings will not be hurt, I promise you. But I still love you, Ray. I believe that a lot of people have been given an opportunity to speak up because of you. You're our voice. Let me tell you, Liz, I will fight. I will continue to fight for everyone out there. And I'll tell you one thing. It is exhausting. It is exhausting. I am amazed. I answer at least 500 messages a day. A day.
That's a lot of messages.
A lot of messages.
Wow.
And you know what? And I answer each and every one of them. Sometimes I'm a little bit slow, but please take into consideration that I am responding to a lot of stuff out there. But sooner or later, I promise I'll get to your messages. We're falling behind on all these comments. Es el tío de Minerva. Vale, grillo, ese imbécil. He's an idiot. Buenos días, Chief Ray. Te amo. It was the blue law. The blue law. What did I call it? I call it the blue Sunday. But it was the blue law. I remember something like that. I didn't know that. Good morning, guys. You guys are awesome. Rosalinda, you're too beautiful. Thank you. A question for the doctor. How is this going to affect our kids with social skills? Good question. Especially those children who are an only child. It's been 6 months since any general socialization has taken place. Any recommendations? Great question.
Our video platforms are important, Zoom and others, that kids can still socialize, even though they may not be physically together. That's going to be key. And yes, it's important. Kids learn a lot of skills outside of academia in our schools. They learn how to get along, how to do projects together, how to resolve conflict. And that's going to be an issue going forward too. Kids may not be familiar with how to do that. And that is why it's important that our children are not isolating themselves, that they are trying to socialize in different ways.
They're going to find a way. Should I send my freshman college son to college? Let me ask you guys. Let me tell you the question, Marco. Should I send my freshman college son to college? If you're asking the question, then the answer is no. Does that make sense? If there is an ounce of doubt in your mind, la respuesta es no. Would you agree, Dr. James?
I would agree. If there is an option for taking classes online, don't send them. There's no need. Keep them safe.
That's great. They want to put the kids back in school with all the virus. It's madness. But you know what, Araceli? They don't care about our students. But right now, my concern, and my students, I love my students. My concern right now is our staff and personnel, our staff and teachers, because they are already going back on campus. I have a lot of my maintenance people out there. I have a lot of my food and nutrition service people out there. I have a lot of my custodial staff out there. And let me tell you, I am a very pissed off man, very upset man. and I'm very upset. So right now, it is my priority is making sure that these individuals know that sending our personnel, our staff, back onto these campuses could be a death sentence for them. And if they want any more proof, I mean, we already had hundreds of individuals succumb to it in the district. We've had at least one pass away. Ya es gente que quieren mandar a nuestros hijos de regreso a la escuela, son las que no tienen hijos en la escuela, y perdone lo que voy a decir, pero esa gente no están locas, pero son unas muertas de hambre al dinero y punto. Déjame decirte, Pate, hay mucho de ello. O sea, hay papás de familia que ya no quieren tener los huercos en la casa. No, que los cuide otro. Oye, dejen de tener huercos si no van a querer cuidarlos y mantenerlos y sostenerlos. Y let me tell you, right now is the time to come together as a family. And everyone has to, look, Dr. James, if we learned anything from the text message that I received from Greg Abbott, if we learned anything from it is that, you know what, we need to come together and start making sacrifices amongst ourselves, or else we're going to be in graver danger.
Absolutely.
Graver danger. We have to come, and we're all going to have to make some type of sacrifice or other. We are going to have to make some type of sacrifice. Pero los padres no hacen nada. BISD wouldn't function without parents. Parents need to stand up. Where are the responsible parents that care for change? 100%, Isai. And let me tell you, it's up to you all. And that is why I'm here. It is up to you, the parent. It is up to you, the teacher. It is up to you, the custodial staff, the maintenance staff. Join me in screaming, because my screams are pretty loud, as y'all know. My screams are pretty loud here in the city of Brownsville. Can you imagine if you joined your screams to mine? Can you imagine if the community would join their screams to mine? So I will continue to yell and scream, but I need you to help me yell and scream. And let me tell you, they deserve no better. Isn't Blue Sunday still a thing with car dealerships? I'm not sure. Actually, that's actually a good question. I don't know if honestly, I don't know. I'll find out. It is an interesting question. I don't know why they would be excluded from selling on Sunday, but it might be a thing. I don't think I've seen a car dealership open on Sunday. It might be. I'll find out. I haven't found out exactly what happens after COVID recovery. Exactamente. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. God bless you. I love you. Thank you, Erasmo, for fighting for us friends. Andrea, look, I've been doing this for 12 years, más o menos. I fight for my people, and my people have been with me, a lot of them from, day one, back in the day when we were a little gossip page, people, and they've stuck around. And I don't care if they're from Los Fresnos. I don't care if they're from Harlingen or San Benito. I am loyal to my people, and I will fight for Los Fresnos. Besides that, I have a vested interest in Los Fresnos. My children go to Los Fresnos. And let me tell you, Los Fresnos, if you want to mess with my children, you want to see a pissed off cheese man, you're going to see a pissed off cheese man. I don't care. I don't care about the kid. They don't care about the kids and the teacher. They don't. It's evident. Look at the bravado in their statements, in their votes. I mean, look at Willy Wonka Drew. Willy Wonka Drew went out there and said, we don't care. Me and Prissy are here for the next 2 years anyway. That's what she said. She said she doesn't care. For them, it's a political seat. It's not their seat, Linda. It's not their seat. It's your seat. It's my seat. It's the community seat. It's not their seat. But look at the tone in their voice. We don't care. Me and Prissy are going to be here for the next 2 years anyway. So you like it or not, you're stuck with us. It's disgraceful. It's embarrassing. It's a disservice. Thank you for all you do, Erasmo. I'm a teacher at Point Isabel. And let me tell you, I love Port Isabel. And I keep in close contact with Jimmy Vela out there. And I'm going to keep in close contact with Superintendent Terry Alarcon. I do not tolerate anyone mistreating any of my teachers, any of my staff and personnel in anywhere in our community. And our community includes Port Isabel, Los Fresnos, San Benito, and Harlingen. Because look, at the end of the day, guys, because a lot of people go like, oh, Erasmo, you're doing this for votes. Don't vote for me. If that's the case, if that's what you really think, if that goes through your mind, then don't vote for me. vote for the rats out there that are continuously stealing from your kids. But elected or not elected, people should know one thing about me: I will continue to fight. So they're not getting rid of me anytime soon, no matter what. I mean, maybe Laura, or Minerva, Philip, or Sylvia can defeat me in an election. Maybe they can. More power to them. I'm not going to stop speaking out for my community. But with that said, you better be going out there and vote for me. Damn it. We don't have, and if you're in Port Isabel and Los Fresnos, you better be calling your people, your friends here in Brownsville, Texas, letting them know there's only one way to vote this November. And any day other time I place my name on a ballot. I need your vote. And come buy my damn cookies. We don't know the future, as I read people commenting to Ed that to be more positive and post about recovered and the likes this. Doctor just said, we don't know what the after effects are. Dr. James just said it. And it's something I've been saying. We've been saying it for months now, Tess, you know. We've been telling people, guys, what does recovered mean? I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, look at the recovered. Look at the recovered. What does recovered mean? No tomorrow, but weeks, months, years. And now because of this, thank you, Dr. W, for saying that. Dr. W, yeah. It is Dr. W. Going back to shelter in place with no doubt. People is so terca that they will do their gatherings at home this weekend. Yeah, and look.
Yes.
And they increased the amount of food stamps that a lot of people are going to get out there. So we're going to see a lot of the food products, flying off the shelves, which is good, if you're going to use it to eat. But what I'm trying to talk about, what do people do when they get the big old bunch of food stamps? El carnesazo. And then pile that up with 4th of July. Nombe, chet up. Nombe, chet up. Chet up. Chet up. Doctor, at what rate, speed are the medical researchers taking progress finding a cure for this health issue?
I just read an article yesterday. There's a lot of promise in regard to different vaccines, both in the United States and abroad. They're, again, looking and hoping that we're going to have probably more than one type of vaccine before the year is over, and definitely by 2021, we'll have vaccine there. There are several studies that are in phase 3 already. They're already being used with large groups of people to ensure the safety. So it's looking very promising. Now, the thing is, how effective will it be? That's the question. And just for me personally, when the vaccine's ready and they say it's available and safe for the public, I'm going to make sure that I protect myself and I'm going to take that vaccine. Now, but how long is it going to be effective? Is it going to be effective for 6 months, a year, 2 years? We don't know. It may be similar to the flu vaccine where we have to get that, annually. We don't know. And the virus is continuing to mutate. There's a new strain and a new mutation of the COVID virus that is becoming much more easy for people to catch.
Yeah.
So from what I hear, the strain of COVID that came from Europe is different from the one that originated in China. So we just hope and pray that we don't have another mutation and that it's worse in symptoms and in the pain and death that it's causing.
You're talking about teachers, maintenance, kitchen staff, but what about call centers? Let me tell you, Hugo, I am the first one out there that called out Maximus, and I got some crap about that. I'm the only one that called out individuals at Amphils. I'm the one that's calling out every single store out there that has tested positive. So, Hugo, yeah, I am mentioning every single one individual where there is an outbreak. I mean, I'm the one that talked about Rich CPAC. I'm concerned. Carlton Switch, Trico, all these places. I mean, Hugo, the reason that the teachers, the maintenance, and the staff is so overwhelming is because you have to understand, Hugo, that there's 6,600 employees that work there that are very, very concerned about their well-being. And you're talking about 42,000 students. So the truth is that I get messages from all these people. And, in regards to the warehouse, I do try to attend their concerns as well. But it's less people out there sending me information. Look, the only reason I am successful at anything that I do here with these things is because you send me the information. If you close down the lines of communication, I can't. How will I find out? No one has mentioned Valley Grande Manor. No one has mentioned it. It's not on the county list. No one has mentioned it. The only one that brought it to light was myself and Mayor Mendez. The only ones. No one else has talked about it. But again, we're not going to know if you do not let us know. You have to tell us. You have to say, hey, Erasmo, there's a problem at Teleperformance. And I promise you I'll be out there. I'll be fighting for you, Hugo. There's a problem at Maximus, and I promise you I'll be out there. I promise. I love you, man. You know I do, Hugo. Good morning, gentlemen. Absolutely. I agree with not opening this fall school semester, possibly returning in spring. It's good that death rates are low and there are after recovery health effects, but we need to go forward and reopen slowly the economy. It is unfortunate that because there is no vaccine and it's going to be hit or miss on who survives and who will have to lifetime health issues. And let me tell you, Gloria, you're spot on. And, look, we have to learn from the trends. We have to learn at what's been happening in Italy and in Spain and in other countries. Guys, we don't want to get to the point where doctors are going to have to choose who lives and who dies. But we're getting there. We are getting there. So again, guys, let's not get to that spot. That's why Greggy, sent me that text this morning. Said, Erasmo, this is our last best chance. Those were his words. This is our last best chance to get it right. Yes, now people are spreading it at the workplace everywhere. Shutdown is the best, especially for the kids. In regards to the school district, 100%. No one should be on campus. No one. Or at the main office. We just handled another thing. Come fall, we're ready. It's going to be a mess, guys. Maybe it's time to open up a COVID hospital like they did. They're the hotspots. Let me tell you, we made mention to Mayor Mendez, and they're moving on it. My father passed away due to COVID this weekend. My prayers, Javier. All my love, bro. I fear for my children. Even more, some people are now not law-abiding. Javier, my prayers to your family, to you, bro. I love you, man. Whatever you need, let me know. DJ F. I know that. Erasmo, mándame saludos a Deborah. David, be nice to me, Deborah. I know what you're doing, David. No more daily press updates from Trump and his team. Erasmo, if you don't mind, because not familiar with and your program, what is your occupation, community involvement, and political affiliation? I am a wedding officiant. I also do translations and interpreting. I have a little office downtown. So if ever you need any little clerical work, come down. My community involvement, I've actually been around for 12 years, and I do my best to be the voice for my community. In regards to political affiliation, I hate both parties. I think that they're all corrupt. I think that there is a good time for a lot of individuals to start voting on platform and not on party. Platform, because all politicians are the same. I hate being labeled as a politician, but that is what you're labeled at sometimes. I'm not a politician. I don't do what politicians do. But what I will do is I will constantly go out there and fight for my community at any level, be it in a political position or a non-political position. But with that said, Gloria, I want your vote in November. And we are here every night at 9 p.m. and in the mornings, 9 a.m. mostly, except on Sunday, and at 3 p.m. on Saturday in Spanish. So, welcome aboard, Gloria. Good to see you. And I like your input. Thank you. That's the saddest thing, not to be with your love. It is. I mean, devastating. And again, it's devastating now. Can you imagine the implication? How bad it will be, because look, guys, and Dr. James knows about this, that this is partially his field. Look, guys, I tell people, you could slap me, you could hit me, whatever. It'll scar my outside, but just don't touch this beautiful face. But you could, it'll scar the outside. It's the scars and the fractures in your heart that stay with you forever. And those are the most devastating. And I tell people, you could hit me, slap me, kick me, and you'll leave a bruise, you'll break a bone, and that'll heal. A heart is a very hard instrument to put back together. Why don't they close the international bridges too? Actually, I did hear that this weekend Mexico might consider closing down the bridges from anyone going into Matamoros. It's not confirmed yet. I'm trying to get some more information on it. I will speak with the mayor hopefully sometime today, and I'll find out. Good morning, Hermosa Lea. Sorry, thank you for coming by yesterday and picking up cookies, and send my love to Josh. God, he's getting so tall. A horrible prospect, not being able to support someone you love in the most extreme. It is hurting. For your information, brother tested positive of COVID. Oh my God. Ambulance came to transport. All I could do was stay away, and worst feeling in the world. Steve, my prayers, bro. It's my prayers, Steve. All my love, and please, for your family, man. All your family. My prayers. Good morning, Janie. There's anything having to worry about not being in an accident, not having appendicitis. Lately, I've been reading about a lot of people going into the hospital without COVID and testing positive when they are released. Yeah, you know, that is very, yeah, I mean, they are spot on. Let me tell you, that's why they've shut down elective surgeries in our area. And let me tell you, one of the things that a lot of people, need to pray for, besides not getting COVID-19, is praying not to get hurt. And I was thinking about that the other day while I was on my scooter. I said, goodness gracious, if I fall down and break my neck or break my elbow or something, I'm going to have to go to the hospital, and God help me, because after taking care of oneself for such a long time, having to go for something other and come out positive, no bitch it up.
And looking at the statistics with the number of people who are not going into the emergency rooms for stroke symptoms, heart attacks. I mean, people are trying to avoid the hospital. It's dangerous, very dangerous.
He is a hell of a coach. Oh, talking about Coach Marco. Marco is ours. I might take him. I want Marco Hinojosa at BISD. I'm not shy about saying it. I want him in BISD. And again, he's artful, and that's how behind we are in comments. Good morning, Canine. I love you. And Jerry's dad has also been instrumental with Jerry's success. Let me tell you, Mendigo Genaro, that guy's a beast. That guy's a beast. I will say this about Genaro. I love the discipline that he gives to my children. I love the discipline because I've told my nephews, I love them all. I love all my nephews. But the day that they disrespect me, they're my nephews. They're not my kids. I don't have to put up with their crap. They know. And let me tell you, Genaro's told me, hey, if my kids ever disrespect you, you let me know and I'll slap the crap out of them. And I appreciate that. And so Genaro's a beast. Let me join the live. Alberto, send me a message. And if you got something to say to the community, sure. Have you all heard of the new Pop Smoke album? Is it if it's not Kenny Rogers, Martin, or one of those, then I don't know anything about it. No, I don't, bro. Alberto, love you, man. My sister-in-law is a custodian at Vela, and they are working already since some mistake. Oh, wow. Some mistake, a mistake. And this board, Minerva, Prisi, Drew, all of them under subpoena, all these people, they don't care. They don't care. And they're being subpoenaed for a reason. Minerva, Prisi, Laura, and Drew, they are being subpoenaed for a reason. And you know what? They don't care. They only care about putting money in Sylvia's pocket. That's a shame. Guys, I got 2 minutes. You want to play PUBG? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know what the heck that is. Let me know what it is, Alberto. I don't know. Que estaban pasando en Walgreens de las Four Corners. Actually, they were out there deep cleaning it. And they, a lot of these places are deep cleaning in the middle of the night. These guys they're deep cleaning in the middle of the day. That is very, very telling. They had individuals out there with hazmat suits. Guys, I got 2 minutes. Sorry. Get your back from here in DFW. Get your back from here in WW. All right. Yeah. Bottom line is vote different in November. Otherwise, we have to stop complaining. People need to be heard. This don't care. Let vote for the right people. And it said Osmo. I love you, bro. Thank you, bro. Let's go with Osmo. Whole lot of cheese. Well, send me an inbox. Let me know, Alberto. Give me a proposal. Los Fresnos already sent a letter from the superintendent stating that parents have two options to go to school or homeschool. Homeschool. There's no option, Linda. There is no option. Homeschool. It shouldn't even be discussed. We, the people, need to go vote. 100%. Guys, I'm going to skip over a lot of comments. I love you. I'm sorry. I've got 1 minute. It is saved for my girlfriend to give birth to the hospital. Well, she doesn't have much of a choice, Jose Luis. Unfortunately, she does not have much of a choice. But make sure that you're out there and overseeing and making sure that they're being as safe as possible. Look, we have amazing hospital staff. We have amazing individuals out there, amazing doctors, amazing nurses. They're doing everything in their power to keep them safe. They are. I promise you. But can we guarantee that everything's going to be safe? No guarantee, not right now. And so no, Jose Luis, my prayers to you and to your upcoming family, but no. My children are products of BISD, and I am as well. All three of mine were prepared for college. I have one child who is a nurse and two in college. You get out of it what you put into it. There are great teachers out there in spite of how a district is run, 100%. And we have amazing personnel. And there's one thing that I know, and Sandra knows, I mean, I was out of there at the schools, and I know the amazing work that is performed by our personnel out there, all our personnel, and all personnel. Sorry. It's getting a call. Gracias por toda la información que nos dan. Dios le bendiga siempre. Damn PUB, it is horrible. We'll talk about PUB. We'll talk about the upcoming trial for Sylvia Atkinson tonight at 9 o'clock. Good morning, Erasmo. Gonzalo, good morning. Donate $5 today. Thank you. I'll take it. Break down with the cash, bro. Heard a BISD food service worker passed away this week due to the yesterday, Diana. Yesterday morning. Dr. James, any last words?
Non-essential movement. If you don't have to go out, stay home, please. If you do have to go out, follow the CDC guidelines. Wear a mask, physical distance, wash your hands. Every one of us, it's our responsibility.
100%. Guys, stay safe out there. Be good to each other. And please, social distance as much as humanly possible. Wear face coverings anywhere you go. Be good to each other. Please be good to me. And Dr. James, thank you for being on with us tonight.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
God bless, guys.